There is a moment in every person's life when they unknowingly teach the world how to treat them. Most teach the world this: I'm easy. I won't push back. And the world adjusts accordingly. But respect does not grow from being endlessly agreeable. It grows from psychological solidity, the quiet signal that you are not someone people can casually bend. This is the personality shift almost no one talks about, because it doesn't require you to become louder, meaner, or dominant. It requires something far more powerful: emotional non-reactivity. Consider this. Have you ever noticed how some people barely speak, yet no one interrupts them? No one talks over them. No one tests them repeatedly. It's not status. It's not size. It's presence. Their emotions are not easily accessed, and the human brain instinctively respects what it cannot control. Predictable people feel safe to challenge. Unpredictable composure creates hesitation. Take Marcus, for example. For years, he was the reliable one, always agreeing, always accommodating, until one day during a meeting, a coworker cut him off mid-sentence. Normally, Marcus would smile and surrender the floor, but this time he paused, looked directly at him, and calmly said, "Let me finish." No irritation, no apology, just certainty. The room went quiet, and something invisible happened in that silence. The perception of Marcus shifted, not because he fought for power, but because he showed he could not be casually dismissed. Here is the psychological truth most people discover too late. The world does not measure your intentions, it measures your boundaries. The moment you stop reacting impulsively, stop over-explaining, stop seeking approval, people begin to reconsider you. Some will respect you immediately. Others, they'll feel a subtle discomfort, the kind humans experience when they realize they can no longer predict someone, and that discomfort often registers as fear. But emotional control is only the surface, because the real personality shift, the one that instantly changes social dynamics, goes deeper than silence, much deeper. The personality trait that alters how people treat you is surprisingly simple: behavioral unpredictability, not emotional chaos, not mood swings, controlled unpredictability. Most people live in patterns. They always say yes, always reply instantly, always explain themselves, always tolerate small disrespect. And once the brain maps your pattern, you become psychologically safe to ignore. But the moment your responses stop being automatic, people start paying attention. Imagine someone who used to agree with everything suddenly saying, "No, that doesn't work for me," calmly, without justification, without tension. It creates a tiny shock in the observer's brain, because humans constantly predict behavior, and when a prediction fails, the brain upgrades the person's status. This is called expectation violation, and it instantly increases perceived authority. Watch highly respected individuals closely. They are not the loudest. They are the least predictable, sometimes warm, sometimes silent, sometimes direct. You can't corner them emotionally, and that uncertainty commands space. But here's the warning most people ignore. If you combine unpredictability with emotional calm, you gain respect. If you combine it with cold detachment, you create intimidation. And whether people respect you or quietly fear you depends entirely on the next shift. Because there is one behavior that signals extremely high psychological strength, often within seconds. There is one behavior that instantly elevates how people perceive you: strategic restraint. Most people talk too much when they feel nervous. They over-explain, over-defend, over-justify, and without realizing it, they leak psychological weakness. Because excessive explanation sends one hidden message: I need you to agree with me. Powerful personalities don't rush to fill silence. They understand something most never learn. Silence is not social emptiness. It is psychological pressure. When you speak and then comfortably stop talking, people lean in. When you don't react immediately, people start recalculating their approach. Silence signals certainty, and certainty is extremely difficult to challenge. Think about the calmest person you've ever met. When tension entered the room, they didn't scramble to smooth it over. They observed, paused, then responded with a few precise words. No emotional spillover, no visible need to win. And because of that, no one treated them lightly. Here's what happens inside the human brain. When someone is emotionally contained, we assume depth. When someone is hard to read, we assume capability. Right or wrong, perception becomes reality. But be careful. Strategic silence has two edges. Used with warmth, it creates respect. Used without it, people begin to see you as intimidating, because humans are naturally unsettled by those they cannot easily interpret. Which leads us to the final and most important shift, the one that determines whether your new personality makes you quietly admired or psychologically formidable. Here is the final shift, the one that locks everything into place. Stop seeking psychological permission to exist. Most people move through life subtly asking, am I being accepted? Did that sound okay? Do they approve of me? And the moment others sense that need, the power balance tilts. But the individuals who command immediate respect operate differently. They are not arrogant, not aggressive, just internally validated. They make decisions without excessive consensus. They speak without rehearsed self-doubt. They walk into rooms without shrinking their presence. And the human brain registers this instantly as status, because confidence that does not beg to be witnessed feels rare, almost primal. But here's the truth most videos won't tell you. This shift will change your social world. Some people will rise toward you, others will quietly pull away. Why? Because when you stop being easily influenced, you become impossible to control. And not everyone benefits from your strength. Expect fewer shallow connections, but far stronger ones. Expect less tolerance for disrespect, but far more genuine regard. Respect is never about forcing dominance. It is about signaling calmly and consistently, I know who I am, and I do not negotiate that cheaply. Do this long enough, and people will feel it the moment you enter a space. No performance required, no intimidation necessary, just presence. So if you remember one thing from this video, let it be this. You don't earn respect by demanding attention. You earn it by becoming someone whose energy cannot be casually dismissed. Shift your emotional control. Break predictable patterns. Speak with restraint. Stand without seeking approval. And watch what happens. Because the moment your personality stops asking for space, the world starts making room for you.